Well, good morning. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024, and it's approximately 11:35 a.m. Central Time, United States, and I have just I got about 2.5 days of whiskers on my face, and so we're going to do a straight razor shave this morning and enjoy ourselves. Introducing the equipment. You know, I use this razor. I just got it before I left on the last trip, and that is this Fritz Brock tennis razor. Just a wonderful razor. It's a number 87 tennis Soligen made in Germany. On the front side, that I'm not even going to try and pronounce that German word there, but I looked it up and it means something like superior performance or maximum performance. I think the latter is the more precise maximum performance of that German word. And on the back side, you can see the Fritz Brock Soligen Germany. And this is in mint condition. As a matter of fact, stand by. Here's the original box that it came in, and it's still got whatever those numbers mean. I don't know. But anyway, Soligen tennis, Soligen Fritz Brock, Soligen Germany. So, as you can tell, the box is still in very excellent condition. So that's just one of those serendipities that you get for getting a new old stock, never been used, mint condition. It's just the box is usually very nice as well. All right, so there's the razor. The brush we're going to use this morning is the Art of Shaving 24 millimeter premium silver tip badger set in nickel. Art of Shaving. That's the gift my wife got me some years ago now, maybe 3, maybe 4 years ago, when she had a business trip to Las Vegas. Went over to the Art of Shaving. I asked her to go over there, and okay. And the soap we're using is Martin de Condré Rose. Very nice. Rose scent. And we're just going to have a nice straight razor shave. I do have a couple of things I want to just go over, talk about. I got home yesterday from my Calgary trip. Delivery was last Wednesday. I got home on Sunday, so it took me those 4 days or so to get home. And I got back here to the house about 1 o'clock, 1300. After I get done with my shave today, I'm planning on honing 2 or 3 razors, getting them refreshed. I decided I'm going to stay with the Norton Floor 8K Stone for my honing session today, and get that basic foundation, make sure all of that is all good and taken care of. A good strong rose scent. I got some nice soft music playing in the background, kind of a sleep relaxation track going. It's a 11, 12-hour track. All right, I think we'll go with that. Hope everybody's doing fine. Thank you for joining me for my adventures in straight razor shaving. And we'll say a special greeting to my usual regulars that I enjoy watching, and Bill M. and Lukey3262, also known as Matt. Although he's been a little short on videos lately. Need another one, Matt. Let's get another video from you. Then Martin Test Shaves and Dapper Jock at Dapper Shaves. And some of the newer guys that I'm following and watching, Sean Staplefield and the Cajun Blade, Eric, and I know that there's others that I'm probably missing, but those are kind of the ones I watch regularly as they present new. I watch Maddie Lindholm, Friendship Shaving with Mark. Now he probably don't know it. I've written to him a couple of times. It's not like we call each other out on the videos. Devin Jackson. All right, here we go. Tennis razor, Fritz Brock. And this just did a magnificent job. I spent a good little while honing this one and the other one that came in with it, which was that vintage style Dovo Berkshire Low. And the history here is that Dovo ended up buying Fritz Brock, from what I understand. And this was honed out of the box on the Norton 4 and 8K, and then it was finished on the Arkansas black, hard black, surgical black, it's sometimes known or called. Yeah, it's just doing a fabulous job as we get started on this shave this morning. So when I got back to dispatch, back to the yard on Sunday, oh, it was Sunday. I was home yesterday with my first day off, so Sunday, and I was assigned a follow-up load going back to Calgary. And of course I said, thank you very much, because I like going to Calgary, one of my favorite loads. We've got a new terminal manager, and always, as new people like to do, they like to change things up. And so I got a call this morning saying that I was being taken off of that Calgary load. I won't go into all the reasons why, and which I think are silly. You got a driver that's just come back in. He's looking for his next load. Sometimes he wants a couple extra days off between, but he wants to get assigned that load so whatever time off he is going to take or get, I say time off, time between loads, he can make his plans. If he wants to take his wife out to dinner and go down to Galveston or anything, he knows he's got a load that's going out on Friday, and so he's got 3 or 4 days off. And that's a good thing, so he can go enjoy himself without having to wait for that. And I'll tell you, there's nothing more pensive than being on standby call. Which is infuriating to me, because you can't make any plans to go anywhere. You got to stay close to home. You got to stay close to your phone. And so, as I stand here before you this morning, I am unassigned. I have no load. I was going back to Calgary for a load that loaded on, actually it was loading in the wee hours of the morning, Friday morning, and it would be available to me then sometime Friday morning to hook up and take off on Friday. I have often said that the single greatest demonstration of the effectiveness of one's honing is in the shave. That's why we hone razors, to get them sharp so they'll shave. And there's different methods and techniques to getting a razor shave ready, different means and methods of honing, different stones, etc. Paste, if a person wants to use paste. And there are those who enjoy doing honing videos and showing different methods and means of how things work, experimental honing, like whatever makes a person happy. That's just fine. That's their contribution to what we do. And I do all my own honing as well, and I learn and watch and practice, and as time allows, and the razors necessitate being refreshed and rehoned from time to time. But I know with me, and primarily just doing shaving videos and showing off my razors and collection and soaps, and taking my hour and 20 minutes to do my videos, that it can become routine, maybe even boring. I have the added complication of, especially when I'm on the road, of uploading the videos into YouTube, which, the little bit of editing that I do, iMovies, and then putting it together and then getting it uploaded, is exasperating to me, because it can take anywhere from 6, 8, 24 hours time to get them uploaded. And all that while my iPad is being monopolized by the uploading. And I find that very frustrating and demoralizing. And right now I'm in a kind of a groove that this is now the third or fourth, I believe, shaving video I've done in a row in sequence. In other words, my last 4 shaves, I've not had any shaves off camera, so I've done all 4 shaves on camera and all that involves. And I'm okay with that right now, but you've seen me and I've talked about it, of being frustrated, exasperated, tired, worn out, of having to deal with the amount of time that it takes to upload. And so sometimes I'll go 2 or 3 shaves off camera. I get a video out maybe once a week or every 10 days. And it can become wearisome, a drudgery to keep doing these things. Because one of the things that also plays a factor is being creative, being thinking, what else can I do to be entertaining, enjoyable, make people want to watch me. And, I just, that gets, how many different combinations, whether I'm honing or whether I'm shaving, can I play around with? And what I've settled in on is just the ordinary. Just keep it simple. And honing is honing, going back and forth. That's why one of the reasons I don't do honing videos is not just because of, every dog wants to take a snipe. Now, not amongst our own fellows here that we recognize and make comment on or about. If you only had one hone, say a Norton 4.8, one fellow wrote me and said, that's all I've got. It's all I've ever used for 20 years. And you were making videos doing that. There's not a whole lot that's going to be new and different. And it's as many have said, that honing is nothing more than taking a razor or a piece of steel and running it up and down on a stone or a series of stones to get it sharp. Which you've also heard me say many a time, that how sharp does it have to be to cut whiskers? Sharp is sharp. Sharp is good enough. And so I say to myself, and I say to anybody watching, just keep it simple. Do what you want to do. And if you've been doing videos for very long, people follow you because of who you are, that you put out relatively interesting content. Because if you're any good at all at either honing or shaving or both, people want to watch you. Just to see what you're doing and how you perform. And they find it interesting. It's relaxing to them. So then it becomes less about the presenter and more about the receiver. Do they enjoy watching you? There's a lot of videos and people that I watch that do all kinds of interesting and exotic things, either shaving or honing, that I'll never do. But I still enjoy watching them. Maybe I pick up a piece of information that I find useful. Now, I've seen many a presenter just say, I'm going to take a break. And they'll be gone for 2, 3, 4 months, and then they come back and go for a time, and then they go away again and come back for a time. And that's okay. I say it's okay. It's not like they need my permission, but in terms of, if I'm a subscriber to that guy's channel and he's going to take a break, I don't unsubscribe. And then eventually there'll be a little blue dot by his name in YouTube. Oh, he's got a new one out. And for me, it's always, there's another, the time element, the amount of time I'm away from home, the amount of time that it takes to make a shaving video, the amount of time that it takes to upload. And sometimes I just get burned out on it. And sometimes I'll even say, why did I even start this? Well, why don't I just keep my journey private? Well, sure. I'll be the first to admit, keeping the content. So of course, I'm not a vendor. I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to keep my name out there for any particular reason. I just do this because I enjoy straight razor shaving so much, and the tradition and the history of straight razor shaving going, and that's why I have some of the views and ideas that I do about original. I'm not big on some of the modern equipment. That is, I'm not big on the shavettes. Forget about it. Replaceable blade. I got into straight razor shaving to get rid of replaceable blades and cartridges. And so the last thing I want to do is have a closet full of feather artisan replaceable blades. And so new production, traditional fixed blade straight razors, vintage straight razors that are in good condition. I don't do restoration or polishing, sandpaper, etc. I don't do that. You know, it's got to be ready to go when I order it. When I say ready to go, without all that restoration work. Now, of course, I do all my own honing, and that's not what I'm referring to. But the strops and the stropping and the stones and all of that interests me. But I've gotten now over 9 years, here we are in May, in 9 years, I've got all the stones I want. I can't say that I've got all the razors that I want. And to that end, just since I've been home, on eBay, there was a Thiers Assard 7-day roll-up in excellent condition that I went ahead and ordered. It was either that, it was about $30. The retail price on it today, same model, is $80, almost $90. So I think I got an okay deal. What else? So I'm preparing to buy more razors is kind of the upshot to that. Since I bought this one and the Burgershire Low vintage version, I've got 2 or 3 razors now that I don't have a permanent place to put in, and that's how I like to store my razors, is in a 7-day roll-up. Three of my roll-ups are very nice deerskin, buckskin, made by Mountain Mike out of California. Yeah, but they're $250, $300 each. And I've got 3 of them. You know, and they just feel so lovely in the hand. They really do. They're just marvelous. Do I spend that much money on one for 7 razors, or do I go with the Thiers Assard that's $80 to $90, which are very satisfactory? They're not buckskin, but they feel nice. And they're certainly fit for the task, and handsome and attractive and feel good in the hand. And so that's the route that I'll probably go if I ever buy more, is that Thiers Assard 7-day roll-up, which is all fine and good. And so I've got all the soaps in the world that I could ever possibly use, though I do have my eye on some others, as I made mention in the last video, I think. Did some cheating strokes there against the grain before it's time to do the against the grain, but there I was in a good position to do it. So I love the hobby. I love everything about this hobby as it focuses on original equipment. What I mean is the shaving brush, straight razor, soap, strops. They're not all, I don't have a Russian leather strop. I don't know what's original and what's not as far as original back in the day. That's not so much what I'm talking about as the concept of, as I say, straight razor shaving, traditional straight razor shaving with either new production or vintage razors in good shape. Stones, the kind of stones and when you get to talking about stones, my goodness, there's a world of stones. I remember here just not long ago, about a year ago, where some of these, I'm not going to say the name, Tam O'Shanter stones became available. They were like 4x2, and some guy came into possession of 3 or 4 cases of these things, and he was selling them cheaply on eBay, I believe it was. And I got all worked up over that because I've seen articles, threads in some of the forums about some of these exotic Welsh water stones and all these things. The problem with a lot of this stuff is that while it may have been just widely available decades ago, they're just virtually unobtainium today. And that's not, I'm not searching out the unobtainium. If I spot a, Wade and Butcher 9/8, 10/8, 12/8 celebrated razor that's in excellent condition, that's unobtainium, and you just happen to stumble across it and say, yeah, I gotta have that, so you buy it. But generally, most of the time, this is so unique, this tennis razor, because of the mint condition. The Fritz Brock doesn't exist anymore. I stumbled upon this and it was a buy me now situation, so boom, I got it. Now, we got Thiers Assard, we got Dovo, we have a few other continuous production razors today. And so when the Fokker bite came out from Dovo and the stainless steel from the older blanks, that was a gotta have. But so much, it's Bill M has made comment on, others have made comment on, Jared at the Superior Shave has made comment on, that straight razor shaving is a dying form. And I don't know that there's anybody that would really question that. Maybe some of the forum guys that are running forums, but based upon Bill's last video, even some of the forums are declining in membership. And an increase in membership doesn't necessarily equate to an uptick in the popularity of the hobby. And the mere fact that Dovo's recently had to declare reorganizational bankruptcy is not a good sign. Is not a good sign. And the way, well, that's all I'll say on that, other than it's not a good sign. You ever tell somebody that your hobby is wet shaving, straight razor shaving, and they just look at you and say, why? I remember when I found straight razor shaving as a hobby 9 years ago, and I've told this story many a time, that went onto YouTube, typed in hobbies, looking for a hobby. I wanted to do something in the truck on the road. I was tired of reading books and watching movies in my downtime, and in that search, once I got past all of the cooking and gardening and auto repair, up pops this guy honing a straight razor, Lynn Abrams. And that's what led me to this point today, were his early videos. And of course, one video led to another, and led to other people like Dr. Matt, Geo Fatboy. And I undervalue, I think, the influence that Geo Fatboy had on my early desire to take up straight razor shaving. Because back then he did a whole lot more with straight razors than he's done over the last few years. But he's got a new one out, Shaving with the Bismarck, and it's a fine video. And I remember the connection I made with Geo Fatboy back in the day, and the first honing, I shouldn't say that. He did a honing video using the Norton 4.8 back 7-8 years ago that I found. Oh, whoops, here. That I found very enjoyable back then. That was in those early days when I was still researching, because I took 30 to 60 days just to watch videos, read forum entries before I ever bought my first piece of equipment. Which happened to be this very gold dollar razor with the checkered scales. This was my very first shave. I'm going to use it for my head shave later. And honed it up on the Norton 4K, 4 and 8K. So all of us that do videos, we do videos for our own reasons. And those reasons might change, those reasons might modify over the years, and that's okay. And some people just drop out and say, I've had enough. Because whether it's routine and mundane and boring or whatever gets you to that point, you know, you just do what you want to do. It's not. It's serious. It's interesting. We want to present good and best practices. You know, we want to guide the new guy that might be watching. And say, hey, this is probably the best way to do this. Martin has been talking about the pipe cleaner, going down and cleaning out between the scales and the joint and the pin area, and that's all good, but the pipe cleaner is not the only thing that can be used. Just an ordinary piece of tissue folded and slipped in between the scales and run it up and down does well too. So there are different ways of doing things that accomplish the same thing. And that's what makes each of us unique and different, and enjoyable, presumably enjoyable, to watch each other's methods and comments. Especially if you've been on for a while and you've been making a lot of videos. I'm approaching 300 videos. I never in my wildest dreams, I think this one's going to be number 294. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd be making shave videos and certainly get up to 300. Oh, that's just lovely. Just lovely. So if you're feeling a little burnout, I'm talking now mostly about people who make videos. Maybe they feel uninspired. Creativity juices aren't flowing as good as they maybe once were. Time may be a factor. Just know that that's something we all go through. And I'm generalizing when I say that, because I don't know you, you don't know me, but I can tell you that's certainly something that I go through. Time gets to be a crunch, and you just have to work it out some way or another that suits you. And trust that the people who are watching you enjoy watching you, and you'll come back and you may reshift your focus or shift your focus. And that's okay. Now I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to turn my razor around and get the toe up closer to the left nostril. I've turned it back around, as you may notice. You get to a certain point, and I've said this before, is that it feels like you're chasing phantom whiskers, because when it all dries up, they recede. All right, let's rinse it off, see what we got. Do some final strokes on the face and move to the head shave. So as soon as I finish up here, I'm gonna go set up all my gear for I'm trying to debate whether or not I'm going to set up the microscope or do it all by hand and plain eyesight. I got a little 5/8 Soligen I'm going to work on. I've got a 5/8 or so Robson Sure Edge that I'm going to work on. And then that no-name Sheffield that I've been using for my head shaves, I'm going to give it a few licks as well. My next shave will likely be, say, Thursday morning, if I'm not out on the road, if I'm still at home. And if that's the case, I'll probably do a test shave with what I work up today. All right, we're done with the tennis razor. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, that's it for the head shave, or the face shave. Had a few weepers there, but they seem to have pretty well dried up. All right. Now I'm going to use the gold dollar that I showed you a little bit ago for the head shave. And about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, I honed it up on the Norton 4.8 as a bit of a demonstration shave with the original equipment that I had purchased years ago. And also to kind of show the point that the Norton 8K is a suitable finish on most razors, or on some razors, for a shaving edge, shave ready edge. And I don't believe that I've taken it to anything else since that video a year or more ago. Not much more than a year. Now the ropes and sure edge that I'm going to hone up later, I'm going to end up finishing it on the Dan's Arkansas True Heart. That's the black and gray variegated colors that I always tout as a suitable alternative to the translucent and the hard black. It's in the same category, the same GS rating. All right, here we go. Gold dollar. It's a 208. Yeah. You can maybe see the etching on the face there. Doesn't have the black paint like some of them do. I don't know. It's something I've never made mention of before, but right here, there's a low spot in the skull. And so that makes for a low depression to shave over. And so I've got to be careful not to press too hard to try and get down in that hole in the head. Oh, that's just lovely. Okay, there's the head shave. Do the back of the neck, we'll be done. A little bit long. I don't worry about long. I was kidding around with Bill M. And we were talking about length of videos and talking faster, talking less, moving along faster. I said, that's what playback speed is for. Yeah, my videos, if you've watched me for very long, you know my videos are always long. I'm not looking for a fast shave, and I'll tell you, a little bit of trepidation, a little bit of fear, moving my blade a little too fast across the face. I may cut myself and not realize it until until it's a mile behind me. No, I'll just take my time and feel safe and comfortable. And of course, I do the head shave in the back of the neck, and those things naturally take a little bit longer, but this is the whole process. The only thing you don't see me do is the stropping, picking out which products I'm going to use for the day, for the shave. Very first shave I had with this razor, which was my first razor, after I honed it up, and I did several honing sessions, as I recall, 9 years ago with this to make sure that it was, making sure that the bevel was flat and get everything just right. This is the razor that gave me a big cut. No, it was over here. That bled for so long, like 2 hours. And my wife says to me, well, you ready to give it up? I said, no way. I see against the grain right there. And then we switch hands and do it again, starting on the left side. That's with the left hand. against the grain. And that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. Put the brush down in the water, let it start soaking. All right, that's the head shave, that's the face shave. And let me do some refinements here. Alum Block tonic. All right. Yeah, the cool water don't last long in Texas. Oh, it just feels great. Minor sting, the kind of sting you like. And the reason is I like it is because when I go to put on the aftershave or cologne, this little process right here takes out the majority of the sting from the alcohol or the cologne and aftershave. All right. And we're going to throw out, that was, by the way, that was the Ozma Alum Block. I'm going to throw on some Lucky Tiger. Citrus orange scent. Aftershave and tonic, face tonic with aloe vera, calendula, and calamine. All right, there's that. Now, let it dry down here for a minute. I know you've been with me for 90 minutes already. Another minute. What's another minute going to hurt? All right, I think we're going to finish off this, finish off this little bottle, sample bottle of Dakar. And if I do finish it, I've gotten 5 or 6 usages out of that. Just ever so little left in there. All right, there's that. I think we're going to end it right there. I don't think I'm going to put any baby powder, talc, or cornstarch, the Panad Clubman. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for staying with me this long. And happy shaves, everybody. Happy shaves. It's It's a hobby that we love because we love the process, we love the edge, we love the shave, and the feel that it gives to us after the shave. There's nothing comparable to it. No cartridge razor, no shavette, no double edge will give you in my opinion, and I've never used the shavette and I've never used the double edge, but I've heard other people talk about it. The straight razor shave, traditional, modern production razor, old vintage razor will give you the best shave that you've ever had. And I'm a true believer in that sentiment. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you down the road.